What's up, guys? Winter Ranger fan, aka Buster275, doing a new review. This is for the Power Rangers Squeaky sets. Squinkies, however you want to say it. Squinkies. Currently, there are 3 sets released. Series 1, 2, and 3. It has a Red Ranger in the first set, blue on the second, green on the third. I got these about 2 hours ago at my local Target. And here they are. On the back, you can see a brief little story on the top. Power Rangers Squeaky versions of the Mega Mode look up here on the side. All the figures that are in the sets right now. Set 3, Series 2, and Series 1. Rangers on the side. And up here's a little story. I'll skip reading the story. All 3 basically look the same except for the background. There's a picture of Red Ranger in Set 1. Blue Ranger in Set 2, Series 2, and Green Ranger in Series 3. With the way my local Target had them, they had the majority of the sets released are the Red and Blue Rangers, but there was only one Green Ranger, so I picked them up. And the figures themselves, inside of it in Series 1, you have the core 6, green, red, gold. The monster in the middle is Metamont and Master Xandred, and that's a Master G in the middle. Yellow, blue, and pink. 3 on the bottom that are mystery. I'll be opening those up in the second part of this video to find that you'll see who I get, as well as and be surprised like I am. In the middle is the Rangers in the Mega Mode, just the base 5, as well as the monsters. Negatron, I believe this is one up in the top left hand corner. Blue, green and blue. Red Ranger, Desperano, Emior, whatever you want to call him. Antberry, I believe this one is. Yellow and pink. I might have gotten the monsters mixed up. Then in the third set, you have Rolfer in the top left hand corner, and Jaden in human form. I think that's Tuya, the first monster they used in the series. We saw at the beginning of the Rangers movie. That's Dayu, Stelio, Mia, Decker, Kevin, and Octoroo. So that's the first part of the video. I'm going to be turning the camera off and opening them up. Giving you a quick look through with a closer view of them. And then you'll see with me what I got, unless my camera freezes up. What's up, guys? Next part, I'm going to do each set individual at a time. First set, I'll do the secret ones last. Still don't know who they are. Here is Master Xandred. Unfortunately, missing a little bit of paint on the chest, but that's fine. The thing's tiny to begin with. They're squishy. Comes with this little sword behind his head. They painted the back for his big fan things. Then there's Metamont, however you pronounce his name. See his face, his whip that he carries along with him. The back of his head, the gold that his base is surrounded with, and doesn't look they put a shield on him. That was the monster that had the origami tiger, tiki tiger. Next, onto the Rangers. Here's Antonio. Comes with this blade weapon. You cannot see its sheath anywhere on his body, but you can see some of his details, like the blue on his legs, blue on his upper chest, the gold. Next to Emily, the Yellow Ranger. They have her with their shuriken weapon, little gray thing right here. See her good detail. You can see the black on her legs, the black sash around her chest. Okay, it's not a sash, but design on her chest, and very brightly the gold on her belt. That should be the hardest one to see because of her coloring with the yellow. Next on to Kevin. See, he's got his hydro bow, black on his pant legs, and black for the pull back part for his weapon. Helmet's got the design. There's the back. Next to Jaden. He has his just a regular spin sword. You can see most of his detailing, very limited that they have with it, but still. Black legs and the black stripe across his chest, as well as the gold on his belt. Mike has his force spear. See the gray tip on the top. Same thing with the other Rangers, black legs, gold belt. Mia with her fans, all pink with very light white on it. Hands are painted white, other hand on her side. Then Master G. There he is, looks like he's doing a punch. And with his gi on, the balls themselves are pretty easy to open, usually. You gotta use a little bit of fingernail, which I do not. Or squeeze it. Now onto the special surprise inside. The first 3 balls. Secret balls. Mystery balls, whatever you want to call them. First one, we have one of the monsters. It looks like, I think, what's his name? I think that's Double Stone, the tiger that took both Kevin, I think it was me, out of fight. He broke a little kid's dream playing baseball. Next one, there's the first ball. I think this might be Mike. Wow. The Green Ranger. The only way I can tell is just by his, looks like a tie on his chest or a green shirt underneath. And the third ball is I think this is relative the second monster that they used that Jaden brought out, the Beetle Disc. So we got 3 pretty good surprise monsters. Let's see who comes next. Alright, on to the second set of figures. You can see it in the back. Box been open. I gotta make one change from the first box opening. This is, I think it's actually Antonio. It was hard to see before. Like I said, it was my first time opening the balls. Big mistake happens when you don't do something like that. But you can tell, I saw after looking at it again very discreetly, his shoes are gold, and he has that tie thing on his chest, and that thing on his chest, the green, is actually the tie or bandana Antonio wore. So yeah, Antonio, not Mike. On to the second set now. I still haven't opened up the surprise balls yet. Still fun to do. First thing I gotta say is the Squeaky set for the Mega Modes. Actually, what they did is they used the design they put on the figures here on the cardboard on the top. Jane with this sword in his left hand facing it to the right. Other hand wide open. There he is. Not as much detailing on him for the put the big Mega Blade on him. Kevin with his saber in his right hand. And it's like in this one, the swords in the picture, the swords behind Jaden. Other hand on his maybe side or hip. Mike with the sword in his left hand across his body. You can see the gold on his belt. Emily, their sword across her body in her right hand. Again, you can see the black of the light, but you barely see anything for the gold of the belt. And then lastly, Mia, sword in her right hand facing down. You can just barely see the sword. And then there's the black of her belt again. Black of her pant legs. Now onto the monsters. In set 2, you have Negatron. And that was another mistake I made. I think Negatron was the second monster they used in this series, not including the Team Uniting movie that Nickelodeon did. Monster that said bad things that really hurt people, that actually physically hurt them. The only one that stopped him was, I think it was Emily, because she could say negative things. Then next is Yamior, monster with really bad breath. After that, Desperino, flying monster when they got all three of the auxiliary Zord discs. And lastly, I think this is Antberry. This was when Kevin did not fully accept Antonio as the next Ranger. And basically, Antonio followed Kevin around, seeing how to be a true samurai. And they ended up finding Octoroo and Antberry about to destroy children's toys and make them cry. Sorry I didn't do this before. Just take a quick look around them. Black top, red hood. You can barely see any wings on them, or whatever made them fly. And purple around what would be his waist or maybe leg area. Gold around his chest, just red and green all around with the gold or yellow eyes. He was nicely done. You can see his mouth is opened. Green hands, gold on his chest and face, then red on his back, and you can see his eye actually on the back of his head. Now onto the special surprise. Again, I did not open these yet, so I'm seeing them for the first time just like you. Alright, so this is Stelio, I think it is. Not Stelio, oh, what's his name? Give me a sec. I can't remember this one's name. Might be Robtish. This was when Decker and Jaden had a triple battle with them. He wanted to take out Jaden, because that's what Xander told him to do. You see his sword right there. Wings on his back. He had, I think it was a double slash attack that took out most of the Rangers. Next one, sorry. Decker in human form, aka Cole from Power Rangers Wall Force. Long hair, or Amasa right there. Then lastly, let's see here. I think this is Scorpitrick, not Scorpitrick, Arachnator. Monster that tried to take over for Master Xander when he was weak. Very mixture, I think it was a scorpion or spider and a bull. So that's the second 3 monster surprise inside. I'll probably make the correction when I do the third Squinky set. I'll probably get his right name. So guys, doing the last video, last opening, and I was right, this was Robtish, double slash attack, triple battle between him, Jaden, and Decker. That's when I think Decker revealed his human form. Now on to the last set. First, monsters. This is Tuya, first monster used in the series. That's when they did the Power Ranger movie thing, summoning the Rangers, whatever it was. Two faces, one on top, one on bottom, two swords in hand. Two main colors, blue and red. A little bit of black on top. Next is Dayu. You can barely make it up, but she has her little guitar in her hand, whatever it is. You see her face, her two eyes up here. Black is blue, feet are red, and a little bit gold at the bottom of her, what do you want to call it, her cape. The gold emblem, blue thing on her forehead. Next is Wilfer. This was the first monster from the series, from the 3rd episode, where Mike was still questioning being a ranger, and he actually did a marathon run to beat his hands that could fly out from underground. Mainly just red and green. No detailing of the face. Well, no paint on the face, I should say. A little bit of detail. You can see his eyes, which look like to be a little bit of a darker blue color. Next, Stilito. I don't know how to say his name. The episode where Jane had to decide whether to let Antonio join the team or not because it was his friend, didn't want him to get hurt. He had the double blade attack, not multi-blade attack that could fire from his body. See, his feet are like a goldish color, red on his lower abdomen, black hands, gold in his eye. Then we got Decker in the monster form, sort of Ramasa. Red face, a little bit of red on the chest. And then just mostly white. There's the holder for his blade on his back. And finally, Uau Octoroo. Main reason why I got into these things. He's one monster I want to see get scrunched underneath an Ultrazord. A little bit purple on his sides. You can see his eyeballs, tentacles on his face, hand, his little staff. Red on his back, being his little coat. It says primarily, at least with the figures you can see wise, is primarily monsters with 3 Rangers. The Rangers are Mia. You can see her pink on her chest, black shoes, looks like would be her pants down to about her ankles, and her one hand punching, hair on her side, other hand in guard, looks like. Next one would be Kevin, hands just about at rest at side, eyes blue and black. And then Jaden, in a more aggressive tone, looks like. One hand ready to do an attack. Red and black. Face and eyes, all this stuff, you know. Alright, now on to the 3 mystery balls. And again, as long as my camera doesn't freeze up, which it hasn't so far, so I'm lucky. Be the first time you've seen these, just like I have. Ball number 1. We got a Mooger. Gold shoes, gold chest, black hand, sword, and the jaw face. Second one, it's like Kevin, green and black on his body. Yeah, that was a mistake in the first one with me saying Antonio. Then the last one is Emily. Sorry if you couldn't see them. I have the camera further back than I usually do. But Mike, Emily, and a Mooger. So right now, from basically you're missing a whole bunch of monsters that they could do for other sets, as well as Antonio Omega mode form. Yellow on the Emily, basically same thing with Mia, pants down to our ankles, about down to our calves. Mike, more of an attack stance, and a Mooger. That was the last set. Until if Squinkies want to release more of the Power Ranger sets, that's all we're getting for right now. Alright guys, here's just an overview of everything that you'll get with the Power Rangers Squinky figures. All the monsters. The Ranger figures. Civilian form. And what you get with the bonus stuff. With the non-see-through balls. Spheres. The one thing I did wish I did differently is with the whole entire bonus spheres, instead of giving you the 4 monsters, is actually give you Mega Mode Gold. That way you can put them on top of Samurai How or the recently released Power Ranger Ultra Zord, since some guys have been able to find the Bull Zord already. But overall, these things seem pretty good. Let's hope they continue with the set 4 that would include Bulk and Spike, as I know some guys probably won't like that. But still, a Bulk figure. The guy's been on this show for how many years? Longer than Tommy now. He deserves a better figure than what he got originally, just the 3-inch non-posable one that he got back in 93, 94. Alright guys, have any comments, questions, go right ahead and ask. Original Ranger fan, aka Sword 275. Now let's look at the 2012 Power Rangers Squinkies sets 1, 2, and 3. Later.